Okay, guys and girls, I'm going to shoot a quick video of this 75 F350 camper special. The first video, the windshield was cracked. That has now been repaired. I did something else too. Well, I did some other preventative maintenance, I call it. But the windshield is fixed and the mufflers are back on it. So I'll shoot a little bit of a walk around video, but I was going to shoot the motor. I still have not cleaned the motor. Not really too concerned about cleaning the motor yet, because since I've used it, I have actually road tested this thing a little bit, and I stored a couple of my car haulers before I went out of town at a different spot, and I used this truck to pull them over there. I did not have time to hook up the 7-pin perfectly. I did put a 7-pin plug on the back, and I've got the trailer brakes, the brake lights and tail lights working. I did not get the blinkers hooked up before I left. I had to get them moved. As I've stated before, the radio works in this truck. The CB works. The tack does not work. I'm gonna pull it outside so you can hear it now. It was pretty darn loud with the straight pipes on it. It does have, the mufflers are all the way back at the axle, but the motor, I never went through the folder full of receipts for this thing. I did go through the folder full of receipts. The motor was rebuilt back in '02 up in Utah. Anyways, so that's that. This video is not so much about the walk around of the truck again as much as it is to show the motor and how it sounded with the mufflers on it. Hold on. I did not wipe I've not cleaned the motor, period. I did end up, I had a little ignition problem, and I don't fight with those, not even for 1 minute anymore, because I get tired of that Ford ignition setup. And you can get mad. I don't care what you do. You don't drive your stuff as much as I do if you get upset about reliability, because I fight with those ignition setups all the time. One part goes bad, then the other part goes bad, then the other part goes bad, and I get tired of fighting with it. So anyways, I put the GM one-wire distributors in them and then eliminate the rest. I don't care if you like it or not. So it's done. It's reliable. It runs better. I don't care what anybody says. And I've owned them all. I'm really a Ford guy. I get into every car, Chevys, AMCs, Dodge. I don't care what it is, but I do lean Ford, and I always run a Ford work truck usually, unless I'm looking for a new truck. I've had to use some others intermittently. Like I said, this truck was from Utah. You can hear it now. I've got the mufflers on it. The mufflers are all the way back at the rear axle, but there was no tailpipes. I put the mufflers that were on it back on it. He had whacked them off. So that is done. Like I discussed before, this truck is not completely rust-free. There are some bubbles on it, but it is far from rusty, and it's a good truck. And it drives great. It pulled that trailer great. I'm super impressed with how much power that old 460's got. Anyways, just a cool driver and a usable truck. I did not hook the heater core up on it yet. I'm going to assume I've bought some vehicles from down south before. Told you this thing come from Louisiana, and I've had people unhook them because they put heat in the cab and they don't want it. Assume that it needs a heater core. Just assume that. The dual tanks work. I ran into the fuel pressure regulator went bad and was letting it get a little bit too much fuel pressure. I fixed that. And I'm going to continue to use this truck around St. Louis area while I have it. It keeps the miles off my diesel if I'm just running stuff around St. Louis area. But it drives really nice. The steering and front end's really tight. Just a cool truck. So I feel like it's in a decent spot right now as far as being able to use it, I hope. So anyways, there you go. New video of the 75 F350 camper special running. Thank you.